I used to be a very controlling girlfriend, and I want to talk about it to give you my view of the situation because I keep seeing videos about, people getting slated for being controlling and being that. And, we always see it from the victim's perspective, but we never see it from the perpetrator's perspective. So I'm here to give you that perspective. And listen, is this easy to talk about? Absolutely not. Do I feel ashamed of the way that I was? Absolutely. And the only reason that I can talk about this now is because of all the work that I've done on myself, all the healing that I've been through to understand what caused me to be the way that I was. And this isn't an excuse, okay? I'm not here to excuse any of my behavior whatsoever because ultimately my behavior with my past partners was unacceptable. So just to give you a few examples of what I mean by being a controlling partner was I needed to know where that person was at all times. With some of my partners, I had their location on my phone all the time because I needed to know. I would sometimes question why it took them a bit longer to get home than normal, even if it was just literally a few minutes. At my worst, I didn't want my then boyfriend to even watch music videos where the girls were like, hardly clothed and stuff like that because it made me feel jealous. I would often ask for photo evidence of where that person was. So if they said they were going out with their friends and whatnot, I would want photographic evidence. Now, these are just some examples. The reason I did all that is because I was deeply insecure. And it didn't have anything to do with that person. It was all my own issues. A lot of it was linking back to trauma I had in my childhood that I just never dealt with. But rather than trying to deal with it, and yes, I did go to therapy and I just didn't find any use in it because I wasn't ready. I did not understand that I was the problem. So when I tried to do therapy, it didn't help me because I didn't see myself as the problem. And it wasn't until I started doing my own healing journey on my own terms, in my own time, that I realised that actually I was the problem. I felt like the only way to keep this person around was by controlling every single situation because I felt like if I was in control of everything that person was doing, knowing every time they went somewhere, what they were doing at all times, that they couldn't cheat on me. But if someone wants to cheat on you, they're gonna cheat on you. You can't stop them. And I'd say the more you try, the more they're gonna cheat on you. But ultimately, as I say, it was my issue to solve. It was my own insecurities getting in the way. But rather than working through them at the time, I ended up taking them out on my then partners. That made it sound like I had multiple partners at once. No, I mean like different partners at different times. Because this wasn't just one relationship that it happened with. It happened in multiple relationships. And I was the common denominator. The main reason that I'm talking about this now is because I want you to know that people can change and I want you to trust in that people can change because I know I'm not the same person that I was back then. I have such a deeper understanding of how I operate, what's important to me, but also other people. But hindsight is a beautiful thing. Do I wish I could go back and change things? Absolutely. But I can't do that. So all I can do is learn from it and be better moving forward. And whether the people affected by my actions choose to forgive me, that's down to them. They already know how sorry I am for everything that's happened, and that's all I can do. But I want you to know that people will only change if they choose to change. You cannot make someone change.